Hi guys, this video is for anyone that is keen on doing the parasite cleanse. This is the IverQuantel. So it's got fenbendazole in it, IverQuantel, and no, that's Praziquantel and Ivermectin. So you can get those three ingredients in a horse paste from vetpost.co.nz. And I'm going to show you how I take it, okay? And this is for a complete parasite cleanse. So the fenbendazole, Praziquantel targets the parasites in the brain. So some of the symptoms are migraines, headaches, impaired vision, and that's from frickin' parasites, man. And then we've got the ivermectin and the fenbendazole. So bottom line is parasites, you can pick them up from not washing your lettuce properly. You can get fluke worm. It travels up through your bloodstream and into your brain. From your pets, you know how we all worm our pets every 3 months, but for some reason we fail to worm ourselves. So that's really important. If you've got animals, they love to lick you, kiss you, and walk all over your crap. And I just go for this stuff, man. This does the three parasites, the parasites in the bowels. That's the fenbendazole and the ivermectin. You can actually buy the ivermectin, get it from your doctor in a prescription, but it's missing the fenben and the praziquantel. So just get it in a horse paste like that. This tube here will do a 600 kg horse, and then you have to divide your body weight to the amount that you're going to take. So for me, I'm 77 kilos the last time I weighed myself. So I'd take just 2 mils, and you got your little measuring thingy on there, okay? And you just measure out 2 mils. So that's 1, 2. So I'd have that much there, okay? And I haven't eaten today. I haven't had breakfast. I don't have breakfast. I don't eat till midday. So my puku's empty. I'm going to take this now to show you guys how it's done. What I like to do is fill up my mouth with water, and then I squirt it in my mouth. And it's really important after 2 hours to take carrier oil. So you can either get, well, I totally recommend olive oil, extra virgin, and I get this one here from Pure Nature. It's a extra virgin organic olive oil, okay? And then you can also take CBD oil with it. So I take the aroha oil, this here CBD oil. So it's important to take that 2 hours after you've done your dewormer, because when the parasites die, they excrete toxins into your bloodstream. So it's really important to get that shit out of you so it doesn't, it protects your other organs like your kidneys, and yeah, and then out down the hatch. I would do this for, I do this every 3 months, and I do it for a stint of 5 days. So I'll take it today, and then I'll take it the same time tomorrow, and I'll do that for 5 days. And then on the 6th day, nothing. And then I won't need to do that till every 3 months. People that have got, you know, like cancer, I recommend to take it 5 days. 1 day rest, 5 days. Another day rest, 5 days, until the tube is all gone, and then go back to have your scans and your tests and see how you are on your journey with your cancer. And a lot of people, like, I've done so much research on this, a lot of people have, you know, walked out cancer free from going down this path. And yeah, this is a lifesaver. There's so much controversy around it, but we all know that inflammation in the body is driven from parasites, and what feeds, you know, what leads to fucking cancer is inflammation in the body. Yeah. What else was I gonna say? I got a mind. When I noticed myself after I did my 5 days on it, I was no longer craving anything sweet. I was no longer craving my afternoon beersies. And I was like, oh my God, it wasn't even me that was craving it or had the munchies. It was my parasites. So, yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so open it up. It tastes awful. Like, I can't remember what it tastes like. I can't even describe what it tastes like anymore. Like aniseed. That's it, aniseed. Tastes like aniseed. Okay, so I've measured myself out with 2 mils on there. So it's pretty much the size of my fingernail. And I fill my mouth up with water. Watch. Down the hatch. Woo! And that's it. And in a couple of hours' time, I'll take my carrier oil. Ugh. And the reason why, I should have took a scull after I downed it, but I fill my mouth up with water, so it just goes straight down and it doesn't stick to the sides of my mouth and my tongue, and I'm like, blah. So yeah, guys, there you have it. Now, for people that are too scared to do this, you can just go to the chemist, man, and like what we do for the kids and my mum, because she was afraid to do the horse paste, is you get the dewormer, the extra strength, and make sure it's got fenbendazole in it. Like right there, fenbendazole. So that's the pharmaceutical grade for human consumption. Fenbendazole. But the fenben is for the animals. But we all know it was made for human consumption in the beginning, don't we? But let's not worry about that. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Done. Awesome. And if you want to know how the fenben came into my life, and that will be in another video. Okay, I'll drop a link down below or to the side. It'll be there, and you can click on that, and it'll just be a story about how I discovered the horse paste. Kia ora. Alright, guys. So, talking about the fenben, you probably would have just done your dose now. Well done to you, man. Far out. Prevention is key. Prevent before disaster. Prevention before disaster. Prevention before cure. So you won't need a cure in the end, because you'll already be on a high vibration. No darkness will be in you, because parasites are darkness. They live in darkness. They feed off darkness. And as soon as that leaves your body, you will be just elevating up high to the most highest vibration of happiness, joy, love, just the will to go, because there's no parasites in you dictating how you should think, how you feel, because it all leads back to fucking parasites, man. Mental health, parasites. Anyway, that's my synopsis on it. You can believe what you like, but the belief system creates your reality, okay? So that's probably why it's working for me. And so I'll tell you a little story of how this stuff came into my life. Is my partner he was extremely sick for like a whole year. This was about 2 years ago. He ended up getting the whooping cough from the kids, which turned for adults as a 100-day cough. And he was so sick, he was blacking out like 10, 20 times a day, like fully turning purple, blacking out. We went to the doctors so many times, we went to the hospital so many times, even in the ambulance. He was just like, and it was a horrible experience. Even we've got trauma from his coughing, because it was heartbreaking to see him go through this. And last year I said to him, I said, babe, we've got to take it into our own hands to look after ourselves. We can't rely on the system. The system's here to bring us down and just to feed off us. You know, it's a business. It's all about money. And if we were well and healthy, they wouldn't be in business. So we just have to take it upon ourselves and do what we got to do to live a happy, healthy life. And anyway, I need a drink of water. Anyway, he was sick again. Stuff was going on with his head because of the blackouts. He was blacking out so many times. The doctors they just kept pushing him away and saying it's all in his head, that he's going crazy. And I was like, what the you're supposed to be here to help us. Anyway, he started, he wasn't in a good place. His head was, he couldn't think. He was just, it was like his brain was ripping in half. And he had so much trauma to his brain from all the coughing and all the blacking out that I just had enough. And I said a prayer to the Lord of the whole entire universe. I asked for help, to help my darling on this journey, for someone to come in and help us and teach me another way. And I went straight off the planet into the highest, most highest realm where our creator source energy resides. And I connect through my heart. And it just took me straight up there. I felt it. And I cried out for help, to help us, because he's a beautiful soul and he doesn't deserve this. But I feel everything's playing out divinely, how it's meant to play out, so we can go through those things and understand why it's there and learn and heal from it. And now we can help others on their journey. Well, anyway, when spirit works, it works within 3 days. And on the third day, I was at work and this man came into my shop, and I sell a lot of healing products. And he came in and he's seen my stand, and I had my healing balms there, and I have shilajit from the Himalayan mountains, and I have liposomal vitamin C. And he came in and he goes, oh, he looked, like he was like well-dressed, kind of sporty, in his late 50s, middle 50s, I reckon. And when he walked in, I was like, oh, hi, how are you? And then he was like, oh, yeah, got shilajit. Yep, that's good. Oh, I see you got liposomal vitamin C. Yep, that's really, really good. Yeah, but have you heard of Ivermectin? Have you heard of fenbendazol? I was like, no, please tell me more. And then he just poured it all out. He wrote down, I was writing stuff down. He taught me where to get it. He taught me how much to take. And honestly, I was just like, okay, well, we've got nothing to lose. Let's give it a go, babe. And then it popped into my head, oh my God, my brother told me about this way back in COVID when everyone was sick and shit. And then, so those two pieces connected. And I was just like, that's it. I put in our first order. It arrived within 2 days. And I started my partner on his first dose. When he first took it, his experience, his symptoms were his tummy started cramping up really bad. His stomach was cramping. I was like, fuck, babe, your parasites are dying. And then that passed. And then the next day, because he took it for like a course of 5 days, and then on the third day, he said his brain felt like it was ripping in two. He was in so much pain in his head from this stuff, and I just thought, like, babe, your parasites in your brain are dying. They're fucking dying. So he did feel a bit like scared. So he Googled what happens to the parasites in your brain after they die. They calcify and no longer harm you. And I said, just ride the wave, darling, just ride the wave. And he was like in excruciating pain for about 5 hours, and then it passed. And then, honestly, guys, within 24 hours, he was on the most highest vibration. His brain was firing and wiring. He was like back. And I was like, oh, yay, oh my God, thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful. It helped my darling. Now we don't have to rely on the system. He's better now. He doesn't need to go back to the doctors. He's not freaking out. And then I went to bed that night and I woke up with spirit bloody screaming at me to take it. And I just boomed, Ivermectin. And I was like, oh my God, I got to take it. Take it, and it wasn't even my intention to take. And I was like, oh well, it makes sense, I probably got parasites because freaking all the animals and the cats and dogs. Anyway, I did my first dose and I was like a bit scared and freaking out, thinking, oh shit, man, what's going to happen? Hopefully this is all good. But I took exactly what I'm meant to take for my body weight, and it was sweet. On the first night of taking it, my tummy started cramping hard. I think this was on the second night. It was cramping, man. I was like, fuck, I've got parasites and they're dying. My parasites are dying. I was like, woohoo. And anyway, I went to work that day, went for a shit that afternoon, and I checked my shit, and no shit, I had threadworm. I had fucking threadworm in my caca. So then I was like celebrating. I was like, woohoo, oh my God, I did have parasites. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. And then I did it for another 2 days. So I just did it for 5 days. But that guy that came into my shop, he does it every 3 months, and he does it until the tube is empty. I was thinking, oh, I just connect with my feels and thoughts. And I thought, oh, I don't really need to take that much of it. And I just feel my intuition. And so I just did it for the 5 days, and I have done more research about it. Other doctors recommending to only take it for 5 days. And I think people that have got cancer should take it until the tube is empty, but always have that break on the 6th day. Don't have any, and then take it again. But it's really important to take your carrier oil, CBD oil. And yeah, and then guys, because I get the munchies at night, and I can smash a whole box of scorched almonds. I can smash back like fucking 5 or 6 beers, easy as. And I always think, man, I've got the munchies, and I couldn't believe it. I no longer get the munchies. I'm no longer craving alcohol. I'm no longer craving scorched almonds. I'm no longer craving nothing. So it wasn't even me that was craving all this shit. It was my parasites. But the veil has been uncovered, they have been exposed, and they're freaking out like, ah, no, she's exposed us, oh my God. Yeah. So how cool is that, eh? And even my mum wasn't well, and she was so sick. And I was like, Mum, have you done a parasite detox? Have you wormed yourself? And she's like, what? No, I haven't done it for... I can't even remember when was the last time I took a worming tablet. I said, you're full of parasites, and it's the parasites that are making you ill, Mum. So she was too scared to do the fenbendazol, Ivermectin Praziquantel. I got her these ones here. The wormer, make sure it's got fenbendazol in it, because that's exactly the same as fenben. It's just, for human consumption. But even on my journey, I've met a few vets, and they've come in and told me, like, Johnny, we don't even take stuff from the chemist. We just take stuff from the vet's stock of drugs. And yeah, cool, eh? So there you have it, guys. That is my story about how fenbendazol came into my life, and I'm so grateful that I tapped in to ask for help, because if you don't ask, you won't receive. So always remember that you just have to ask in your heart, with the right in here, in that heart space. Ask and you shall receive. And yeah, the power's in us. We are created by a higher power. We are very, unique. Humans are so unique. We are from the earth, and we are from the star systems. Our creator is always with us, and we just tap into that frequency by going into our hearts, deep into our hearts, and ignite that spark that goes straight up to source. And ask and you shall receive. And The proof is in the pudding, man. Do it. So vetpost.co.nz if you're in New Zealand. I don't think you can just walk into your local vets because they'll probably vet you on your horse. But yeah, these guys are the bomb. They ship it out. It's only $29, mate. And honestly, this is what I give my dogs now. I don't even buy their dog stuff because it's way more expensive, and it does all the parasites. Active roundworm, botworm, tapeworm, oral paste for everyone. Okay? Yeah. So kia ora, koutou, tamawhiki mā.